All right, guys. Thank you for sticking around as long as you have. Like I said, I know it's warm in here, but beauty of these summer classes is that we get extra training before we have to deal with the real thing. And with orientation and dress rehearsal and stuff, we try to do as much as we can. We try to get you like in the moment in your costume, in the scene and stuff. But like everybody's running around, and we try to make sure we're as available as possible. But the reason why these classes are so valuable is you get that information beforehand, before we're running around and all that stuff. Is everybody cool so far? Everybody agree? Yeah. Okay. Huh? I love you. Okay. So this exercise is called Two-Faced Tommy. This exercise is designed to challenge your first instincts and reactions as your character. You guys are all sitting in a relatively close space. Make sure you're sitting close enough to be able to pass Tommy to the next person. If Tommy is passed to you happy, face up, you must react to him positively. If he is passed to you with the angry face, side up, you must react to him negatively. Please be careful with Tommy. I made him myself. He came from shirts that mean a lot to me. He's very old, but I did make Tommy designed for this class. When you're going, challenge each other. Flip it. Don't flip it. Maybe if you feel like, this is what amazed me about you and Kaniva. When Philip first got Tommy years and years ago, he didn't react to just positive. He reacted to positive and negative. So if you want to do that, please do it. But keep in mind that positive doesn't always mean happy, and negative doesn't always mean sad. It could mean love, anger, annoyance, fear. Think of all the emotions that you could divide and be ready for either of those to happen to you as it gets passed around. Take like a couple seconds. Don't be like, okay, to be or not to be, Tommy, you know. But just like react, do your thing, make it clear of what emotion you are doing, and pass it along. Cool? If you don't feel comfortable doing it, that's fine too. Just pass it. But I would like everyone to participate because you're here in an acting class. So I am going to start with Miss Brandy Lyons. Oh shoot! You get him negatively.
The fuck are you handing me?
I don't know.
Take him. I can't hold him. I can't. No.
Speak up, guys, or stand up or react so everybody can hear what you're doing.
Bitch, I hate myself too.
Look at this guy. I just want to let you guys all know that I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm so happy to be here right now. Little green fuzzy hair, cute little foot guys. Why are you looking at him? If you wanted to be looked at, I would have gave him back to you.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Yep.
I think he's my child or something. He's yours now.
But see how she's using sadness as a positive thing. She's mourning, and that can still be a positive and like negative emotion. That's great.
Help yourself.
Cool.
Why did you drop my child?
You're my sweet boy.
God, I love you! God, you make me so happy, feel joy.
See how he's taking a positive emotion, creating anger about it? But you!
Make my heart feel pain. And I love it. Thank you for being here. Who hurt you? You can't have it, you're killing from me.
Aw, you're just a sweet little baby. You're so cute. Get away from me.
No.
Who did your hair? You're disgusting. Oh my god, I don't want to touch his hair. It's green. Did he like drown in a lake or something?
A lot of you have used disgust. Try something else. Negatively, try something else.
I don't want him. I think I'm just gonna give him up for now.
Fair.
Interesting. Why is that gag like? I don't like that. Oh, hi, Will. How's your day?
Perfect. Oh, Noah.
Hey, at least this young man won't forget about me. Never mind, I wish you would. They're going to show you the two different ways of being here, and oh, it makes me so happy over here. Oh, it makes me so cry. Let's get here.
Oh. Especially like if you throw him, I'm gonna throw you. Surprise. That's a good negative emotion. Because surprise is normally good news, but yeah, that's awesome. She has bad surprise. That's great.
Oh, wait, this isn't my
Nice. And scene appropriate. That's great. Yay! And scene. Thank you. Oh. Oh. Something is wrong. It's burning a little bit. I think one of you guys have a disease. And it's love. Yay. Did everybody have fun with Two-Faced Tommy? That look that you gave me? Yes. Yes. That just like in your eyebrow here, you want to take it and it's something dangerous, but it could be something fun, but you'll never know. Like that's so, yes. Exactly what I was looking for. Here's another video. Yeah. Yes. Sir Benedict Cumberbatch. We were talking about earlier, you can even create characters with the puppets and be something that's not even human. This is another one that you showed me. Thank you. He is a dragon, right? Yeah, Daniel? Yeah, right. And this is them filming his movements. And I want you to pay particular attention to not only, like, start with obviously his limbs and his torso. You're not going to be a two-legged thing. You're already a multi-limbed figure. And it goes even deeper than that. Something that I loved is his snarls, and his faces even change. Everything in his cheeks and his eyes, and even watch his fingertips. They move in a way that's not natural normally. And they do all this stuff so he can be filmed not as a human being, but as a dragon. I thought it was pretty cool. So if you guys want to take a couple minutes and watch this for me.
Go ahead. Go.
Yeah. Sweet.
I kill wherever I please, and none can stop me. Sword is he, and those little outside I know the smell and taste of wolf. Now I'm better. The king from under the mountain is dead. Where are the king? Their secret. I ate all his people like a wolf among sheep. I destroyed the hill. I laid low the warriors of old and instilled terror into the hearts of men. I kill wherever I please, and none shall stop me. So tell me, how do you choose to die? I am fire! I am death! All must burn! Burn in mass! All will turn to ash and die!
Mr. Cumberbatch. Yeah. So it goes into what you're saying versus how you're sending it out, even when you're being another creature, which most of us are. Nope. It does it again. I hate the video slides. There we go. Okay. No. No. We know it was awesome, but okay. This slide is what I was looking forward to the most. Meditation and guidance. This place is not... Stop! This place is not supposed to be a stressful environment. Do you know why they call, like, things that you do in theater plays? Because you play. That's what we're doing. We're entertaining. This is supposed to be fun. So if you're feeling stressed about it, relax. This is all like, if you try things and you're not getting a reaction, it's not the end of the world. Take a deep breath. If someone says something mean to you, or like, that's a common response because people are scared and they think that's like a natural reaction, is for them to talk back to us because they're scared. Don't let that get to you. Because one, you already know who you are. And two, you'll probably never see them again this season. And if you see them again next season, oh, best believe that they're not gonna react to you that way again. Either way, they're paying twice. Absolutely. So at the end of the day, enjoy what you're doing. Appreciate who you are. Appreciate who your characters are. And at this point, I thought he was so cute. Ombi. I want you to close your eyes. Take a second, get comfortable. Close your eyes. Take a couple deep breaths. I know it's hot in here, but deep breaths. And I want you to picture your character standing or sitting or laying, I don't know. However you picture your character sitting comfortably in front of you. Introduce yourself to your character. See how they look. Notice specific colors of their costume, their hair color, eye color. Do they have eyes? Do they have mouths? How do they smell? Breathe them in. Breathe in your character. I'm sorry if they smell bad. But even if they do, if they smell horrible, embrace that. Because that's what you smell like. And that, breathe it in again. Exhale all that part of yourself. And as you keep exhaling, feel that introduction become you. Melt that person in front of you. So now you're standing, or you're sitting, or you're laying in front of an empty chair. You are someone else. You think differently. You speak differently. You walk. You look behind you. The nighttime that surrounds us, every single night that we're out there, means something different to you now. And the feeling that you're feeling right now is what is most important. Stay there. Notice all of the details and how calm you are being your characters. It is so nice to see you and to meet all of you. And I hope for the people that meet you out there, oh boy. And see, I can already tell in some of you, don't open your eyes. Please leave them closed. I can notice in some of you, your posture is changing. Your facial expressions are changing. You're sitting differently than you were when you walked in. And that's cool. And it's so nice to bring yourself here. And if you ever need help getting to this space, I'm always here to help you. So are all of your friends sitting in this room. Take 5 seconds before or after you do makeup or whenever we're starting to go into our rooms. take a minute if you have to. Get into this space that you feel right now. You've had a hard day. People have been yelling at you. Your phone won't stop ringing. You're almost out of gas. All that stuff does not matter when you're here. Because we don't even have cars here. So bring yourself here. Remind yourself who you are. Reintroduce yourself, even if that means every single night. And I guarantee you'll have this energy. Open your eyes. Hi. Everybody feel cool? Good? Was that nice? I always try to do that when I'm on my way here. Obviously, I can't close my eyes when I'm driving. But I always, the flower and the hammer, that's like my final touches and stuff. But getting there, I take specific songs, television shows, even what I wear to haunt. All of that stuff amps me and gets me there. And I do all of those things like a regimen, like a routine. And the more you do those things, the more you listen to those songs that get you and change you, it's cool. So hold on to those things, no matter what they are. Even if you're like listening to Party in the USA, I don't care. Just feel it. Feel it from the top of your head to your toes, to your fingertips, throughout your torso. Something that I've experienced with Terror in the Corn that I have not experienced with any other haunt is it's outdoors. That's extreme. We are in extreme conditions. And we understand that sometimes it's going to rain. Sometimes it's going to snow. Sometimes there's going to be a fire on the mountain and everything turns brown and we can't breathe. Oh God, please, no more. No more. And we cannot express our gratitude enough for you to subject yourselves to such conditions. Especially you being someone else. It's hard enough to do it as yourself, but to be like don't chase people, but chasing after someone you can't even breathe because fire, smoke, or whatever. Listen to yourself. Listen to what's going on. Obviously, when it's an emergency situation, we won't be open if it's not safe. It's not safe, it's not scary. But sometimes use the environment that we're privileged with to your advantage. We're soaking wet. Cool. Mud party. If they're not your costumes, obviously be careful. But the part about acting with the environment is, I know you're cold, but if you don't act cold when all of the audience is freezing, that's pretty impressive, right? Or if we're soaked or whatever, be like, hey, I needed a shower anyway. Just use it to your advantage, as well as your psyche. All of that is so important when building your characters. Cool? References to check out. This is kind of a weird reference sheet because I never thought I would see House of a Thousand Corpses on my references, because normally I do slideshows for school. So it was just, yeah. But we are in a haunt environment. I put in Django because it is the Western. That is the one main thing that we stress, is because that's our set. We're set in a Western world. We want you to kind of incorporate that somehow. By the way, did you guys see the scene where he broke the glass and he really bled on his hand and he smeared it all over that girl's face? Oh my God.
You're not doing something in the moment that wasn't supposed to happen, but using it to your advantage.
Absolutely. Don't go that far, please. But like, oh, that reminds me of the time it was my first night at Asylum, and I had eaten like Del Taco, and it was super hot outside, and I felt sick. They put me in a spot, and I was like, okay, I can do it. First couple of groups that come in, and I instantly just throw up in my hands. And so I was like, shit, what do I do? And then the next group comes in, he's like, oh my God, I'm so scared right now. And I handed it to him. That reaction I'll never forget. And then I went, threw it away, and took care of myself. But like, work with what you got, when you got it, with who you got it with. Make sense? Gangs of New York. What's his name? Daniel Day-Lewis. Creeps me the F out. He's the method actor that does it safely, because we won't talk about Heath Ledger, R.I.P. But he's so involved in that role that they took him out to eat, like after filming and everything, and he wasn't ready to go. He plays the butcher in that movie, and it's incredible. It's a little slow, like you have to pay attention, but very much recommend. So they took him out. He was still wearing his top out, and the waitress was growing a little impatient, and he goes, ma'am, if you're short with me one more time, I will cut your fingers off. To the point where he like grabbed her, and obviously like he was just like, he didn't cut him off or anything, but he made her afraid. And that was his goal. Even when he didn't have to be. He was already done filming. But because he wasn't ready to leave yet, poor girl. I'm sure he tipped her fat, but like, yeah, it's just about incorporating that. I included House of a Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects because they are movies that make me uncomfortable. In such a way with just the scenery and like the realism and stuff. They're just a simple family with, simple clothes on and everything. But the things that come out of their mouths will make your stomach churn.
Not only that, they're kind of dickish too.
Right. Which is what we have out there. Perfect example. Some scenes, I will warn you, there is like sexual or whatever. You can clearly see when that's about to happen. Fast forward it if that's not your thing. It only happens, I think, once or twice. It's also a horror movie, and it's not real, and they are okay. But for mind's sake, if that's not your thing, totally get it. But that is there in there. They get so in your face, and Sherry Moon's zombie, she has the giggle thing that and I hate it. I hate it so much, but it has an effect. Because if I have blood all over me and I'm a happy, kind character and I have a knife in your face and I go, you're going to die. That's what's going to happen. Exactly, and that's just my way of telling you. Silence of the Lambs. Anthony Hopkins.
Okay, calm down.
Sorry. That is straight dialogue with me. The reason that I put that in there is he's very monotone. He will send you the information just like this and tell you what you need when you need it, and I'm not going to tell you anything more unless you deserve it.
He's dead.
Yeah. Hey, you told me to relax. Anyway,
I like the way you said it.
thanks. He's very calm, cool, and collected. And that is such an extreme from just all of the movies that I had just listed because of the simplicity. I am poised. I am to be respected because if you don't do these things, I'll eat you. Fair enough. I can kill you with a pen. The only reason that I don't want to is because you owe me a favor. So, great movie, great book as well. Also a long one. Check it out if you haven't. And also documentaries. Nothing is more scary than the real thing, right? If it actually happened, you have something that you can relate to, that like people that maybe know about it can reference to. Let's see.
I want to learn more about the Wells Hotel. Look up H.H. Holmes' murder hotel in Chicago.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You want to learn about Western world and stuff? Learn about currency trades. We live in a state, I don't know if all of you like permanently live here, but we live in a state with one of the highest gold trades ever. Think about that. Brush up on your research of where you are. You go with what you know, right? So think about that. If you ever need any further help with what to look into, ask any of us. Go on the Terror Crew page. Be like, hey, I just saw this cool thing. I think you all should check it out. We're a community. Like us or our characters. Talk to one another and be like, oh, I saw this thing that they're all hillbillies and they all are cannibals. Show us. I'd love to check it out. Cool? Any questions? I did that for you. Thank you, guys. So, is there anything you want to talk about? Anything that you thought about that is new to your characters or something? What's that?
One of the questions I had, it's a dilemma. I'm not sure where you're going to be, for instance.
Uh-huh.
How do you know how to develop your character?
Sure.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because like, if, for instance, I was in the Wells Hotel last year,
Mhm.
there, really great backstory and idea and everything. But if I'm not there, I don't know.
How does that translate?
Yeah, so then I'll have to totally flip it.
I get it. I get it. Keep vague ideas of what you liked about your character in the hotel. And I know that you had a longer dialogue. Keep notes of that. And if it doesn't really make sense, you can tweak it as you learn your room. But a lot of those rooms in there are versatile. Some of the things that I say in the corn, I'll say up by Gypsies, just as long as like you're aware of where you're at. And then maybe take some of the details that you said in your room and tweak them to details that are in your new room. So instead of talking like to your family, you could be talking to like the doll or like figure in your room, thinking that he's actually your husband, but he's not a real person. So we have plenty of time. So yeah, no worries.
In your specific
Yeah.
case, you're still in your same spot.
Yay, cool. Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you a comment earlier about kind of working as therapy.
Yeah.
Doing this.
Yeah.
You did some backwards. You said exactly that. It's, you know, we deal with all the stuff that I deal with during the day, frustrations,
Mhm.
bills or traffic or whatever it might be, the jerk in the line, or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
I would use the haunt as my form of therapy. It's better than $400 an hour, psychiatry.
Seriously. Yeah. Right.
And jokingly, I said, I said, doing that in the haunt is probably what kept me from becoming a serial killer. I'm joking.
Kinda. Right. If you couldn't get caught, or if like there was no punishment behind it, would you? Yeah. I totally second that. So during my day job, I hate it so much. I'm a waitress. And not only am I a waitress, I'm a waitress at a hotel that we don't have any regulars. Everyone hardly speaks English or knows how to tip, or like they ask me for 20 ranches, and they say everything in the book to me, and I take it out here. And it's great. And I totally second that. I don't want to spend $400. I don't have health insurance anymore. I can't like treat this as your escape, because you can say within reason, like chill. You can be however you want out there, and that is cool. Mm-hmm.
I found that my character gets pissed off at you obviously can't take it out on the customers, you don't want to take it out on the next group that's not involved.
Right.
So what I found that's really useful, that helps me stay in character, but also helps me drop that baggage. So I'll take a rock or something, I'll embody that person or that thing that really off. I'll throw it on the ground, start stomping on it, do whatever it is in character. It helps me just quickly get over that irritation. Worst case scenario, if the customer comes in and sees me just wailing on the ground,
you're already weird.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Right. I want to go off of that too. Let it out, obviously. Like, yeah, embody it and like get your frustrations out. But so quickly, let your character deal with it. Don't you deal with it. You don't have to deal with anything. That's what security is for. That's what we're for. No. You don't deal with anything besides just being you. Let your character deal with that.
I have a comment on that.
Okay.
So, I think it was actually my first year. I got moved around a couple of times. I primarily was out in the corn for most of the season. But I think like a few nights out of the season, they had me work Chainsaw Alley. So I was near other actors like right before you come into that room. I won't mention any names. That person's long gone now. But this person, every time a customer would come through and had something negative to say, rather than de-escalating it, she would just egg them on and like part of her real self would come through that. And what I feel like in my mind, what that would do for a customer that's never been here before, it would kind of open the door for them to be a dick to everybody else going through. You're feeding their energy by you're receiving energy from them. You're giving it back to them. They're going to give that to the next actor before they get out of the pond. This person's already having a shit time because everybody else is rude to them, and I mean rude very vaguely, or like very grain of salt, because they're all rude. They're not going to enjoy their experience. I mean, yeah, they might be mean and rude and stuff coming through or whatever, but you letting that get to you and letting that manifest is only just going to make those people more rowdy. It's just going to make them.
There's no point.
Yeah, you're throwing gas on a flame. You know? That's another class. My bad. Sorry.
That will be another class. We've already covered points that are going to be covered again in future classes. Monsters in motion, customers, the real monsters. We're going to get into depth into some of that. We're just
Excellent.
touching on the highlights right here.
This is just how to react to it. Yeah. This is how your character reacts to it. Monsters in Motion is more how you inside react to it. Kinda. Anybody else? No?
Can I say one more thing?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, go ahead. No.
So for the reference, there's one documentary I currently watching. It's a documentary series called Secrets of Walker Ranch. Pretty interesting. Kind of has like a Western vibe to it. Pretty good.
What's it about?
It's got this ranch over in the east side, actually kind of close to Colorado border. So they have like these strange anomalies, like skinwalkers, they got UFO activity.
Cool.
Natural physicists live there who was pretty skeptical behind like, yeah, this is real. So it's pretty interesting.
I can't remember the name of it now. I'll post it on the page. I just watched it not that long ago. There's a community out in the mountains, and no one really knows exactly where except for the people that like have interviewed it. They're very secluded family, but they've they've inbred for so many generations that they use that as an inspiration for The Hills Have Eyes. That's another documentary to check out. Again, I can't remember the name, but they're a cool family to kind of check out, brush up on some stuff.
Fascinating a
Huh?
lot.
Yeah,
Post on the Terra page.
I will. What were you gonna say?
Oh, real quick. So my character that I am now here, I took a huge break from hunting for like 10 years. Feel really fucking old. But when I started hunting back again with Kaniva and May at City, I was super excited and I developed this character for that hunt. Unfortunately, it didn't like fall in line with what they had going on. Kaniva, I'm super thankful to you, and this kind of goes back to what you had said earlier. Not being comfortable, not sure what to do in like a new room. He put me in almost every single room in that house. Like each week, I played a cross-dressing nurse.
Yes.
I played
He was so hot.
Maven, which is just a dude that's like burnt. Like he's like
Kind of our version of Freddy Krueger.
kind of yeah. Just like wearing this fucking really hot, sorry, man, like really hot cowl all night, just dripping sweat. I was a grave robber. I was a few things, but I'm grateful for that experience because it forced me almost to just
Try
be
something new.
open-minded and like yeah, try something new. I got to play different characters, and I was a little. I'm gonna be honest with you, I was a little sad when you didn't ask me to be a cross-dressing nurse again because that shit was actually really fun.
He was.
Because there was
Christian
Oh, I know. It was just so fun shaking pill bottles and like flirting with the dudes and then whenever.
Hey, bad boy.
You'd be like, oh, you did
It was great.
and then just like going like this manly ass. But no. So be open to that. Like be open to trying new stuff because it's a playground, man. Like you never know
Sure.
what you're gonna end up doing, and then like it becomes unique to you when nobody's telling you like, hey, this is your persona. This is what you have to work with. Use that as your bling. Not to be like.
And if you get moved to an area you're not familiar with, look at it as an opportunity, not a punishment.
Right.
Almost never am I moving somebody because you stuck over here, like you stuck over there too. Usually it's we have a hole over here that I need to fill, and I trust you and the type of characters that I know you play to go over here. So take it as a challenge, take
Right.
it as an opportunity, because that's really what I mean it as. It's like a promotion.
Well, and keep in mind too that the guests that are coming through and seeing you, they've never seen your scare before. So try out things, and they're never going to be like, "No, that's wrong. That's not what you're supposed to say. This is not Disneyland." Yeah, you said the wrong line. No, like play with things, and if something's wrong, try something else.
There really is no messing up unless you continue to do something that you can see is obviously not working over and over and over and over again. That's when we're going to step in and be like, oh, do you notice that you're not getting any real reactions out of this? Let's try doing it this way instead. And we're trying to set you up for success as much as possible.
Like having too much dialogue in your chainsaw.
Like having too much dialogue in your chainsaw action. Yeah, but the chainsaws do your
Not you.
The whole fun game until your chainsaw starts working and you have to improvise. Somebody has to do it.
Yes, sir.
Going back to what you're going back to, I think it's some of the other characters that are in the home as far as maybe how they relate to you. Haven't already. Thoughts on the Terra Facebook page because
every Thursday.
Eva's been posting characters and what their backstories are. You find some on the group page, some people don't load their own, but then there's some on the Terra page as well. If you haven't taken the time, go in there and look at them, start reading through those, get to know those characters, and think about how your character relates or doesn't relate to that character.
Absolutely.
Keep in mind, we're a small town 120 years in the past. Most of the Ravens Gulch characters are going to know each other. If you're a Demetra creature, they're probably not going to know you. But if they're a towns member, everybody kind of knows everybody else in general. That's how small towns work.
I know all y'all.
Most
Yes.
of the corner related anyway.
Right.
Love you guys.
I love you, cousin. Mwah. All right. Yes?
I wrote you an hour.
Sure. Sure. Absolutely. As long as it makes sense. So don't be like, oh, well, I'm in this place, but again, I'm a robot from a thing. As long as
Space alien.
right. I like to just kidding. I absolutely agree though. You always have different circumstances. And not only just every night, but not every group, but like every group. You could have a group of like extremely experienced haunters, so you want to scare the crap out of them as much as possible. But then you have the next group is like a child who you like could scare, but like maybe you want to interact with them and get their family acknowledging that you want to interact with their child and like entertain them. It could be a different mood. So I've kind of counted it going through the haunt. You have like 3 to almost 5 seconds of you seeing them before they see you, right? You can instantly judge or even hear them before they come to your room. You can feel the attitude before you have to make your interaction. So take your judgment on that. Change what you need to, but always make sure you're meeting your goal. Is that what you were going on? Yeah?
Versus like, hey, you guys think I can pee in the corn and get away with it?
Yeah.
That's two different groups coming at you.
Versus a screaming 3-year-old. Yeah. Cool. Anybody else?
Talked about how to like create your character without a voice, but like what about like with a voice? And by that I mean like kind of explain how do you find a voice that fits your character? Because like last year I used like a really deep voice and I feel like it just didn't fit too well, and like I just want advice on like what I should do to create a character, like a voice that fits my character, whatever that is.
Sure. Play around, experiment, talk to your friends in a certain way. Practice with volumes. If this hurts too much, go down here. And then if this hurts too much, go back to your regular voice. But like talks with a different part of your mouth. Talk with your tongue instead of your teeth. And if that doesn't work, talk really different. Like see what feels comfortable here. And then elaborate from that. And then see how long you can hold it. If you can't talk like this all day and it's just really bothering you, change it. Practice as often as you can. Like I said, talk to your friends. Cautiously do prank calls. I'm not trying to do anything bad, but like, yeah, scam calls all day long. Or like when season starts, talk to us. Something that is really popular that I've seen a lot of scare actors, I haven't seen any from here, but like around the country, people will go live, like as themselves, but like they're practicing how they talk to people. And then you don't even have to have that stressful interaction of, okay, there's faces in front of me, I have to talk. Like people can give you feedback digitally. So you can kind of have your own practice beyond a mirror. Yeah? Does that help? Okay.
Something I usually do is when I'm sitting in traffic and I'm really pissed off, I start coming up with random voices and yelling in that because I'm like,
get in your lane.
I'm like, oh, that's cool. Or I'll sit there and be like, get out of the
Where's your bloody turning signal? Yeah.
I'm going insane.
That's how Bill Skarsgård came up with Pennywise. He was going to the audition and he's like, I don't know what I'm doing. And he just, on his way there, he started making weird noises and came up with a laugh. So practice when you're feeling in the mood. In the shower. Great. Shower's great. If you have neighbors though, like don't be like, ah! Yeah.
I'm playing a butcher character, I'm not going to be able to mimic a bass singer, deep vibrato, and all that. I'm not going to be able to get that big through. So.
But you can do this though.
Right. So I can't go with the easy cliche for a butcher character. So how can I break that cliche with something that fits me and what I can maybe stretch it a little bit. So play with cliches, play with breaking them as well.
Take advantage of those warm-ups throughout the season. Feels silly and does help with someone who was a singer for a very long time. Of your voice doing something that it doesn't feel good to you, don't do it. Something that's comfortable. Your regular voice can be intimidating. It's all about how you say things.
I'm also kind of struggling because in past 2 years, I did really characters. I could do that for hours on end without a break. But now that I'm on HRT, my voice has changed so much, and now I try to do that voice and I can't do it. So it's kind of like it's almost like mourning like that part of the character because I really worked on that.
Yeah.
And I can't do it, but now I just have to like shape it and again like. I have till September to have a voice again.
I totally get that.
Well, even if you find a voice that you like, and there's certain like words or phrases that you can't say in that voice, change up what like that particular thing. Say it in another voice, then switch back to that same voice. It'll help you keep to something you like, but also give you like maybe a little tick or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of stuff. It's not done.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
There's certain things that I like to see that in my character, certain things I cannot say in my character. So that's when I go really loud and then I come back to my character's voice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about, I can't say certain words in certain ways. So I just come out and say it as my own word. Yeah,
just scream it.
Like, oh yeah, we're having a civil conversation.
Yeah.
I know we talked in the past about accents too, because they don't have to be good. There's tons.
Your German one is hilarious. Yeah.
You'll be all hearing that.
Yes.
They actually kind of prove how to do, like how you do your vowels, how you do this, and there's tons and tons of great things to do. Again, it doesn't have to be good. They don't see you on it necessarily.
Sure.
But it makes you sound different and different.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Ideally, in a perfect situation, every single actor from a customer's point of view will be doing something a little bit different.
Yeah.
So they will have 200 different interactions as they go throughout the entire haunt. Not the same interaction 200 times.
So singing,
Yes.
Right.
accents are easy too because it doesn't sound immigrants. So yeah, all over the world.
Sure. Sure. I totally get what you mean though with funny how you phrased it with character mourning. I would be lying if I said that I wasn't completely okay with Tara not having a slider spot. I used to be a slider for a very long time, and when I found out that Tara didn't have an area for that, I was a little sad.
Oh, you were sad.
I know. But I hold on to the things that I loved, and instead of like being upset about it, I hold pride about it. I'm like, well, at least I got to do that for as long as I got to. And I'm sure that you got really connected to that tone of your voice. So if there's ever a time where you're feeling cheeky and you want to get back to it, but you know that you can't do it all night, mimic it. Just be like, oh, remember when I said this that one time? The time that I was like this, and then quickly get out of it. So you don't feel pressured of always staying up here, but you could always do it when you want to. Like no one's saying that you can't do it. So, but yeah, my knees. My knees actually do thank you after the years. I can't, if I wanted to slide right now, I don't think I could do it nearly as well as I used to.
My knees and back are
oh. Yeah.
It's not gaining much traction, but there is a movement out there to try to get us to pave the entire farm in concrete.
What? That takes away from the environment though. You're out on a farm. Farms don't have no concrete.
All the farm staff would very much love to see
No.
that.
I don't know. Anybody have anything else they need to say? Want to? Questions? Feelings? I know, I am too. It's okay. Cool. Thank you guys. Thank you all so much for coming. It means a lot to me. So.